How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion is going to be dream crushers. Dream crushers. If you've been following this channel, you know that we talk a lot about keeping things to yourself in regards to like your goals, aspirations, things that you're setting out to achieve. One of the reasons for this is because you might not always get what you're looking for. When you're looking for that encouraging pat on the back, sometimes the people that you least expect resistance from, they give it to you. Or they have ways of doing numerous amount of things, like I've said in other videos, giving encouraging curveballs, meaning they're acting like they're coming at you straight with the compliment, but they're really like tearing you down, just saying discouraging things. And these are things that get you off kilter. They're subtle ways of crushing your dreams. And like some of the other follow-up videos that I made in regards to being in a good headspace so you can accomplish your goals and do what you need to do. If you're in this bad headspace a lot of times, or you're distracted, especially from nonsense like destructive comments that people say that lead nowhere, you're losing prime time of good headspace that you have for being motivated to do the things that you do. I'm going to give you an example. It is a real life example of how the situation doesn't change. The only thing that changes is the narrative. When I was younger, I remember wanting to be an artist, loving to learn how to draw, and was just, really intrigued with it all the way up to, teenage years. And I remember being told, why do you want to do art? There's no money in art. Why don't you be a doctor, lawyer? There's nothing with art. Now, you know what's funny? When you think about that years ago in regards to being no money in art, and you all know just as well as I know, there's money to be made in art. There's advertisements. There's it's a variety of things that art goes into, okay? And the ways that we've come along with doing art, especially when you're talking about like computer animation, all these things, it's just it's too much to count. Now, when I was being told that, or when I, heard that blowback from, there's no money in art, why don't you be a doctor or lawyer? The funny thing about that is, I don't even like blood. I don't even like blood. So for me to go and be a doctor where I couldn't even, stomach being around, this, it's not even befitting. So it's the perfect example of what I'm talking about by discouraging or being a dream crusher. Now, the same type of comments and the same type of people that made those comments when I was doing art are the same ones that me doing things now, like with the YouTube channel, the book, all of these things. The narrative has just changed. They haven't changed. They're still sticking along the same lines of what they were sticking with years ago when they told, hey, there's no money in art. Now it's no money in what I'm doing, or you can't see that in the end result or whatever it is I'm trying to do. That's the point of me making this video when I'm talking about dream crushers. When you're telling your dreams to other people, you can't expect them to see what you see. It's your dream. It's normal, it's natural to want to share these encouraging things because you feel so inspired by them. You want to share with other people because you want to inspire them. And to a degree, you can look at it as it being your own little way of inspiring them by telling them about something, giving them this little slice of you. And people don't receive things that way. They come off with, like I said, these off-kilter comments. And like I've said in other videos, this is completely different from constructive criticism. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. Even with you pursuing your goals and things, you have to be open to constructive criticism so you can avoid some of the pitfalls and things that may take you on, a long way around things that you don't need to necessarily go around. So you want to be open to constructive criticism to see how you can reach your goals or attain anything that you're trying to do in a reasonable amount of time, well within your means, and just overall better for you. So you definitely want to be open to that. But I'm talking about these dream crushers. The only thing that they set out to do is tear down. Now, I don't know whether they woke up on one this morning and was just like, look, I'm going to tear down whoever brings something to me. I got something negative to say. I don't really think that's the way that operates. And like I said, again, another video, I really don't even get caught up in why people do or say the things that they do, because it's just taking time away from whatever it is that I'm trying to do. I'm not in their headspace. The only way that you're going to be in their headspace or to know why they're doing some of the things that they do is for them to tell you. And then even if they tell you, they don't have to be honest with you. So it's just this ring around the rosy type thing that I don't care about. I'm only concerned on what I'm trying to accomplish, because I know that me being a healthier me is not only being a healthy me for me, but it's being a healthy me for the people who are involved in dealing with me. So these dream crushers, keep your dreams to yourself. Let them see the end result of whatever it is that you're trying to do. And like I said, anything with you trying to make, attain your long-term, your short-term goals, it starts with research. You can be your biggest advocate. Doing your research, you can find out a lot of things that you want to know through research. And there's a lot of people that's willing to, point you in the right direction and aid you. But as far as just, telling people what you're doing just for the sake of telling them what you're doing and trying to achieve your goals and, reach these long-term goals, these aspirations, these dreams, more than likely they're not going to understand it. Now, if you do get some encouragement, that's all good. It's all good. And sometimes I found too that the same ones that encourage us, they just discourage us. So it may be some encouragement in there, maybe a little discouragement. Another thing that I've also found is, especially when you have these type of people in your corner who may not wish necessarily the best things for you, they can't tell you something negative all the time. They can't keep giving you left comments. They got to be some rights in there somehow. Because if they're just telling you stuff that's all bad, it'd be too noticeable. You're like, man, this person is just a downer. So they got to kind of halfway seem like they're in it with you a little bit, if not for anything but to stay close to you just to see what you're doing. So they can be a part of it, have some intake on it. Like I said, that's the reason why if you go search these topics on this channel with the videos that I do, this is the reason why I talk about, waiting to be asked for your opinion, not asking for others' opinions, advocating for yourself, not, knowing what you like, what you dislike, because these are all openers. These are all openers for other people to input in on things that you're not asking for input on. Everything that I'm giving on this channel is to be self-directed towards yourself. So you know what you're doing. You're the driver. You're the driver in your life for the things that you're doing. I said it before. Nobody else is going to advocate for you like you're going to advocate for yourself. Nobody's going to say, hey, wait, look, get out the way of what Aim's trying to do. He's got dreams lined up. You're hindering him. You're hindering, move out the way. I have had people, come to my aid in times of need, but I'm just saying it's not the norm. It's not the norm, and for them to be there for you like you're going to be there for you. So dial it back in, do your research, make the moves that you need to make. Stop trying to announce them so much to everybody. Stop expecting people to put in on them like you're putting in on them. Because unless you're partners with something, and that's not even guaranteed, unless you're partners or you're going in with somebody on, chances are they're not going to be as excited or happy as you are about you doing what you're doing. That's how some of that jealousy, some of that envy creeps in there on it. I'm not saying that everybody that's around you is going to offer this discouragement, but it's just a way for you to be centered and focused on what you're trying to do. And at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what they think. You just, to a degree, you could be opening up doors for self-doubt for them to, come in there and tell you what they think. When what they think, it doesn't even matter. Have some certainty, some sureness about yourself and accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish. That's how you move out of the way of these dream crushers. Let them take that elsewhere. Okay? That's what I was just wanting to share with you today. And like I said, with the examples that I provided from my life early on. It was the same people saying the same things. The backdrop had just changed on what I was sharing. It was still a no then, it was a no now. So if it was a no then, it was a no now, what is it yes on? And it's funny, I'll tell you something. Give you a little inside peek on this. The same individuals that I'm talking about that were talking about nay to the things that I was trying to do, were trying to have me on their team. I'm just saying. In the meantime, stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. My name's Ayin. If you have questions, send them to ayin.kilimanjaro. I'll do my best to answer your questions in a video. Okay? Till next time, you all have a good one.